Do you remember that guy who was wrongfully convicted and ended up serving 16 years in prison? In 1979, newly married couple Kevin and Diana Green lived in Tustin, California. One night, neighbors heard a loud bang. Moments later, police found Diana in the bedroom, shot in the head, and miraculously still alive. Kevin was outside screaming for help, claiming a stranger broke in and shot her. But the evidence didn't match his story. Kevin said he walked outside, heard the gunshot, then ran back in and found his wife on the floor. Police noticed something strange. Kevin's jeans had blood spatter, but the pattern showed he was right next to Diana when the gun went off. And there were no signs of forced entry, no ransacking, nothing missing. The intruder he described didn't make sense. Detectives found a .45 caliber shell casing in the bedroom. The bullet entered Diana's head at a downward angle. Not random, not wild, almost like the shooter was standing directly over her. And then came the biggest clue. Gunshot residue was found on Kevin's hands. He claimed he got it from touching his wife, but forensic scientists proved the residue on his skin was fresh, consistent with someone who had fired a gun, not touched a victim. Kevin Green was convicted and sentenced to 25 years to life. Case closed, or so they thought. 20 years later, an inmate in another state started bragging about attacks he committed in the 1970s. Shootings, assaults, home invasions. One of those descriptions exactly matched what happened to Diana Green. His name was Gerald Parker, the bedroom basher, a serial predator who had never been connected to the Green case until now. DNA technology didn't exist during Kevin's trial, but now it did. Investigators tested evidence from the Green home, and the results shocked everyone. The DNA belonged to Gerald Parker, not Kevin. Kevin Green had spent 16 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Parker eventually confessed to attacking Diana. So how did the evidence point at Kevin? The blood on Kevin's pants, from him lifting and holding his wife? The gunshot residue, transfer from touching bedding and surfaces already contaminated? The ballistics, misinterpreted without the bigger pattern of Parker's crimes? It was a perfect storm of bad assumptions. But forensic science, upgraded decades later, finally revealed the truth. Based on this DNA database hit and Parker's confession, Kevin Green was exonerated and released after spending 16 years in prison. In October 1999, Governor Gray Davis awarded Green $620,000 in compensation for the years he spent in prison for a crime he did not commit. Follow for more cases like this.